Angelic Teaching Certificate number 2, session number 4. Focus on your crystal ball. Open up your heart. Start to feel waves coming towards your heart. Waves of love. Imagine that. So many sessions, and it's only now that we start working with other centers, these other chakras. I smile because imagine the beauty. Open up your heart progressively. Feel this energy building up, increasing, becoming more and more alive. Include your breathing into the equation as well. Breathing in, breathing out. What does it feel when love energy comes towards you? Does it feel right? Does it feel strong? Does it feel handy? Does it feel that you needed it? Does it feel neutral? What does it feel? What happens inside of your cells, inside of your body, when those waves come towards you? Do you feel better? Do you feel more happy? Transform each particle that comes on your way, that is not exactly aligned with the rest. Transform it on the spot. Have this energy flow towards your different cells. Start to feel that as more love comes towards you, joy is coming on its way as well. Start noticing that you start smiling more, starting to be more happy. So you're going to tell me, John, how is it that we've been working for so long only on one chakra, and now that we're opening another one, how many years is it going to take us to open up all 7 of them? Well, it will take the time it will take. Start noticing that you might start to see colors as well, being part of the game as well. Start noticing your breathing becoming different. Start noticing your own body being more aligned. Your head being just in the middle of your shoulders, not leaning too much forward, not leaning backward. Same thing with the alignment of your shoulders with your hips. Start to feel this balance left and right, front and back, up and down. Start to feel inside of you all those different realignments. Let now the energy open up wherever is needed. Wow. Start to feel those waves of energies, like energies rushing into a room that it never went, discovering new paths, discovering new possibilities, new perceptions, new emotions. It is like, wait for the metaphor, it is like for an athlete to do another activity and suddenly notice some muscles by its awareness, feeling new muscles as you do a new exercise. Have you ever tried this Pilates machine? Wow, it's pretty amazing. When you get out of that, you kind of discover that you've got new muscles. It's amazing. And sessions are not that long, but the results are quite intense. See? You right away grasp the concept. Just with one picture. You could either have already done one of those Pilates sessions on machine, or having done a new activity, new physical activity. So I gave you two options. So you could relate to either one or the other. More general or more specific. Start with the general so everyone can relate to it. And then from this general, you go to the more specific one. Focus on what feels right. Keep breathing in and breathing out. Good. Remember, time and space are just altered dimensions. Start to notice that the energies that we're tapping into are totally different from the ones that we've been working on. Those energies that we are discovering through a rainbow of emotions are more colorful, are warmer. Let me give you an example. Each time you go out, you get out of your home, start noticing the first feeling when you get out of the door. Start noticing the fields of energy of nature itself, of the city, of the environment, by acknowledging each of them. The weather would be one layer, the wind will be another layer, the sun, the temperature, the humidity. Start to break down whatever you perceive into different filters. Percentage of humidity, volume of outside noise. Break it down by different types of noises that you can hear. And also start noticing that you don't feel the same energy from the earth, from the universe. When you go out at 2 o'clock in the morning, at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, at noon or midnight. Start to feel that when you get out at 5 o'clock in the morning, for example, you feel more energized than when you get out for the first time of your apartment at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Start feeling those different changes, and progressively start feeling what task you want to do and at what time you want to do them, in accordance to those different waves of energies that you can pick up. Start to understand what feels right for you. Do you like doing energy work more in the morning or in the afternoon? Do you like reading more at midnight, after midnight, or very early in the morning? Start to discover where you feel more comfortable doing some physical activities. What about the length of those physical activities? It could go for eating, it could go for each different thing. Start to listen to those signals that are being emitted and given to you, for you to be able to play with them, instead of you having to be the victim of them. You start to be the master. Play with those energies. Make them becoming your allies. You start to notice that things flow when you do that. I like, for example, to read very early in the morning. I like to be working and switching off my phone when I do specific tasks. I like to create lists of things that I want to accomplish for the next following day. The 3 key things. I would be happy if I have them accomplished, and I would consider my day as a success. Start to put goals doable goals, but put goals. It might be doing a recording, it might be writing notes, it might be inquiring about something. It might be working out different online program. It might be sending a document or an email that you need to send. Whatever it might be. Those are tasks. And tasks help you to structure your mind with the things you needed or wanted to do. How is this helping in your energy work? It really structures it. Again, your daily activities are the mirror of your inner world. By being more and more structured in your outside world, you become more and more structured in your inner world, allowing even more creativity to flow towards you. You've heard about this technique of improvement and efficiency, where Japanese senior businessmen take naps of powerful short naps of 20 minutes, 10 minutes when they feel like it. Those are very powerful. Another thing you want to be working on is how much time does it take you to fall asleep? Could you fall asleep in certain circumstances or anywhere? I've been working on that skill, and I'm able to fall asleep within 2 minutes anywhere. And also, you want to be working on when do you want to wake up. That helps you as well to structure your beginning time and your ending time of any event or session, and to accomplish any task between that time period. The trick is to look at the time just before you go to bed or fall asleep, and also to guess each time you are about to look at the time, to have a guess popping up in your mind about what time it is. As soon as you do that, of course, you're not going to do it with your mind, you're going to do it with your soul. Connecting to your soul and asking your soul what time it is. And visualizing a clock in any format you want, analogic or numerical. Visualizing a clock that pops up in front of your eyes, telling you what time it is. And you daring to see and to name and to say out loud the time that you saw. And then, only then, checking your clock, checking your watch. That helps you to be anchored in this reality, to be blending different realities in one, to be creating bridges between time and space realities, so you can bend them even more easily. On a flat line, if you hook two dots and you put a cord in between those two, and then you hold and you pull that cord, at one specific spot to another. You're going to bring those two spots towards you. Depending on how you pull this cord, you're going to bend this reality. As you'll still be going on that reality, it's still going to be apparently a straight line for you. But it's going to be bended. That's one of the tools that we use in order to bend different and distort different realities, to make things happen easily, more rapidly. And by working through time exercises, you help yourself structure how you work. Yeah. And when you go to bed, after guessing what time it is, define yourself like an internal alarm, wishing to wake up in 10 minutes, in 5 minutes, in half an hour, in 45 minutes. And play with numbers. Let's say, for example, you want to go for 33 minutes of rest, or you want to get up at 4:44 in the morning, or taking a nap that ends at 4:44 in the afternoon, at 2:22, at 1:11. Reinforce the numbers that you choose with the energy that is associated with those numbers. That could be just a full chapter in a book. We could spend hours just talking about this subject. I imagine how powerful it is when you get out of your apartment at 22:22, 10 p.m. and 22 minutes. You can push it with seconds as well, 22 seconds. 22 is abundance and flow. And if you start working with that intentionally, that gives powerful, amazing results. The same way you can program sending emails at certain specific time. There is this amazing free program called Boomerang. You can link that with your Gmail account, and it's free. You can send specific email at specific times. Imagine how great it is receiving an email from someone at 3 p.m. 33 or 11 o'clock and 11 minutes. I love that. Or 0909, 9 o'clock and 9 minutes. Transformation. 0808, abundance. The sky's the limit. Now if you start encoding your emails, your messages with intentions as you send it at specific time, wow, that shapes it even more. Imagine doing energy work and sending the results of your session at a specific time. It's powerful. It is powerful. How many sessions will we need to be talking about all those different subjects? Hips. Again, don't feel overwhelmed. You don't have to use all those tools, and many more will come on your way. You might feel drawn to numbers, you might feel drawn to music. You will learn, you will be more and more curious about learning about those different things if you feel that they are right for you, if you feel interested about them. Remember this 91 years old woman, client of mine. That's one of the key of success and happiness. How is your heart feeling, by the way? Feeling good, huh? See? Even though we're talking about different subjects, the energy work is still working, still implementing, reprogramming, rewiring. How great does that feel, huh? Now let's talk about how to use money into the equation. All right. Let's say you want to finance a project, whatever it is. It could be some clothes that you want to buy, a pair of running shoes for an activity that you love. It could be an airplane ticket to go to a certain destination. Start saving some money towards it. Let's say that you plan your trip in 10 months and you want to buy at the latest moment your airplane ticket 2 months earlier. Well, 10 months minus 2, that leaves you 8 months. And then split the price of the airplane ticket and its whole original costs into 8 months, and then break that down into weeks, and start to putting that money aside automatically from your bank account to a specific account where you will be using it for specific expenses. And then you don't have to think about it. It brings a lot of different factors into consideration when you do that. One of the most interesting one is that energetically you're encoding the universe to manifest abundance on a duration of a length period to finance a project. Your airplane ticket, the length of it is going to be maybe, all right, if you're lucky, if you go to Europe from Australia, maybe it's going to take you 20, 30 hours. Well, roughly we're 24 hours, that's one day. But then imagine that planning that trip 10 months prior to this event. How great would that be? Imagine that, sending the energy into it, adding one stone after another, created a structure, creating a shape, creating an event, creating memories. How interesting is that concept? Now relate that to the energy work that you do. When you've got a specific work to do, at a specific day, at a specific time, what would it take for you to acknowledge the work that you have to do? Acknowledge the time, the length that it will take you to do it. And have your guides working on a sequence from now up to then, for all those tools, all those guidance to come into place right when you will need them. Wow. That means that when you've got a session, let's say in 1 week time, even though you don't know much about what is going to be the session, for example, you still can ask your guides in order to program, to plan everything that you need to know for you to receive all those different informations when you will need them, at the right timing when you will need them. How great is that? That gives a lot of possibilities. It opens up to a new realm of possibilities. It's not just you controlling time and space, it's having other different elements and factors being part of the process. Imagine having assistants working from you in the back office, preparing everything you need to know in order to just have a look at it when you would need it. Or having, when you're in the theater and you're on stage and you've got those people being able to just be in front and whispering to you the text that you have to say, just in case you forget it. I'm giving you a lot of examples here, a lot of metaphors, a lot of tools. Take your time, just put pause on some of them if you feel that you need to integrate them to understand their concept and their perceptions. Again, through those teachings, it's all about giving you a maximum of content for you to be able to tap into them and to use some of them or all of them as you will need them. Each single topic could be developed more and more and spending more chapters just on that. It's about giving you insights on different themes for you to start doing your own research, your own discoverings, to be more and more curious about learning more how to use one tool and how to express it, how to enhance your capacities in regards to that topic. Feel this inner connection with yourself. Let's get back to your emotions. Feel more and more connected with love, with joy. Good. If you feel like touching a part of your body, it could be your solar plexus, it could be your heart. Again, just let your hands do their magic. Sometimes it's about tapping one specific location on your body several times. Sometimes it's about pressing more and more deeper. Sometimes it's just about putting contact and being in contact with it. Sometimes it's just about feeling, getting closer to it. Again, there are thousands of ways of touching and getting close to one specific location on your body and being able to feel, to experience, to reconnect with your body and the emotion, the message that's behind it. Each time, feel what is right to do. if you want to be able to integrate those type of moves, you need to be connecting a lot with your emotions, with your feelings. This is why we work during this session specifically on your heart, your solar plexus. With the session that we're doing here, we could be doing the same session on your throat for you to be able to be working better in saying, in sharing your messages. See how we use those different vortexes and chakras. We tap into their energy in order for us to be using them as tools, to put them in alignment with our life purpose, with our mission on earth, for those gifts to be able to manifest our different realities. And to become tools and participating as well at the task that we want to do. You open up your auric fields, your chakras, just for the fun of it, just because you want to discover what it feels like? Are you doing it because you want to help others in the best way possible? Is it because you want to discover who you really are? Is it because you want to connect more and more with nature, with realities? Or you want to experience freedom or create a process of spiritual awakening? Again, it's all about balance. It's all about balance. I've seen people working right away towards opening up their third eye, but they've got no control of their own physical body, or are not connected to their soul. What type of good would that create for them? They start hearing messages, but they don't know what to do with it. It brings a lot of fears, a lot of doubts, or they're handling energies that they don't master. Again, this message is not about warning you about what to do and what not to do. It's about for you to be aware that we're talking here about forces that are beyond imagination. Possibilities that no one can contain. Magnificent opportunities that needs to be used with ethic. The more we are able to work on all those different topics simultaneously, like all those different layers on Photoshop, the more instruments we put into the equation, the more sensitivity we get, the more awareness we increase. The more aligned our work becomes. And the more integrated it is. We'll come back again towards your goals, towards your ambitions, towards your needs, your desires. All of this are different parts of the equation. Feel free to again ask, what would it take for all my gifts, for all my possibilities to be aligned with who I am? Talk to you soon.